Hey, everyone. It's a Thursday.
We're here.
Yeah, 1:00.
You're right.
That means
Opposite Saxes.
yes, it does.
That time.
Yes, it does. We still having a great time doing this show. We hope you're enjoying it. A lot of you have said you do. A lot of you have reached out and said, hey, why don't you guys talk about this, talk about that? Send us an email, Facebook, comment, messenger, anything.
We take them all.
Yeah, we take them all. We answer them all, and like us and share us. And if you miss an episode, you can always go back and pick it up at a later time. Just go to stuartsax.com, go to the website. You can see all of these shows as well as other shows that we do, and we're here for you, aren't we?
Yes, we are, dear.
And one
Whatever
of the
you say.
Yeah, and one of the reasons we're here is because we have sponsors. We have people that think enough of us to say, hey, I'd like to sponsor your program. And one of them is a very, very good friend of ours who we want to share some of her creations with you. This is Rubbernecks Jewelry. And you can go to the website. That's it, rubbernecksjewelry.com. And our very, very dear friend, Nancy Plax, designs everything. She makes everything. She markets everything. She wears everything.
And she wears it well.
She's an incredible mind. She has a talent for designing. She has been an interior designer. She just has a flair. And as we mentioned, Rubbernecks Jewelry. These pieces that you're looking at right now, they're made out of rubber bands, and she designs them, puts them together. And because they have no clasps, they can be worn a lot of different ways.
They're stretchy.
Yeah. And then she started doing just the rubbernecks, and then she started to incorporate some incredible beads and stones and all into her work. So we invite you to visit her website, rubbernecksjewelry.com. And maybe you'll pick out a really nice piece that you'd like. And guys, it might be something you might want to buy for your wife.
It's coming up to the holidays. We got to start thinking.
And every woman likes to walk into a room and be wearing something that is different.
And be noticed.
And I guarantee you, anytime Lauren has walked into a room wearing her Rubbernecks jewelry, somebody comments on it. Where did you get that? And she is not in the stores. You need to reach out to her, and she is based out of Chicago, and just a lovely lady and a great designer.
You
and a
won't
good
see
friend.
them everywhere, and you will have something different and unique that nobody else
Very,
has.
very, very unique. Nancy Plax, rubbernecksjewelry.com.
So the jewelry is different, but so is this show, the topic of this show, I think.
Well, yeah, because I said, we always try to pick something, cutesy to talk about, and we've covered a lot of subjects over the last so many months. I'm not sure we're up to. We've done about half a year's worth of shows already.
No.
Yeah. This one
seems like just yesterday.
At my book. Yep.
We were doing our first one.
Yep. This is our 27th show.
Really?
So we are into the second half of our first year. Amazing.
Interesting. Just has flown by.
And we're going for the apex.
Going for the gold.
Yes. But I said to Lauren, maybe what we ought to do is just talk about this or that, And so the first one I said to her, I said, okay. And she says, well, what do you mean by this or that? I said, okay, for instance, like when you go to a psychologist and they say, tell me the first thing that comes out of your mouth or your thoughts. And so I said to you, sunrise, sunset. And you said
a song.
And I said, no. That's not what it's.
But that's the first thing that comes to mind.
It is, yes. And I maybe should have clarified. The game is, do you prefer sunrise or sunset?
Oh, well, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I have to explain.
Yes,
everything.
You do.
I used to. So sunrise or sunset.
I don't know. I'm a morning person. So I think sunrise.
So you go for sunrise.
Yeah.
And I am too. I mean, I enjoy a good sunset. And I think probably if you ask that question, more people would probably say sunset
I
more
think they
than
would.
sunrise.
I think
But
they would.
but
Yeah.
I enjoy getting up early, making that cup of coffee, go out on a patio or something, and then just watch as it goes from dark to light.
Mhm.
You know, kind of sets the mood for the day.
Yeah,
You know,
you're right. It does.
so
But it does help if you're living near an ocean or a lake.
well,
or somewhere like that.
that's true. Or
That
if you're
does
up in the
help.
mountains
Yes.
too.
That, yeah, really.
I mean, both
Open land, open prairie.
I mean, it's even
whatever.
better if you've got a house up on a hill that's got a wraparound porch.
Yep, that too.
Because then you can catch the sunrise and then you can
That's
go around
right.
the other side of the house for the sunset.
So then what's the next one?
You know, I mean, you can get into the game too, but for instance, you know,
I didn't
the-
know I
the
had that
wea-
opportunity.
well, the weather changes. Do you like cold weather or hot weather?
Hot. Because even in the hot weather, I'm cold. So
Well,
I'll stick with
Well,
hot.
I'll tell you, I'm a cold weather person.
Yes, you are.
And
Yes.
my reasoning is because you can always put on an extra sweater or a sweatshirt or a hoodie or
Mhm.
something, or if it gets real cold, you put on a parka and gloves. When it's 105 out there, there's just only so many pieces of clothing that you can take off.
That's right.
And I
That's true.
don't like being out in hot weather, really hot weather, like.
That's where the
Right here.
opposites attract.
Well, that's true. That's why this is opposite Saxes,
Okay.
because
All right.
sometimes we prefer
I have one.
things. Okay.
A hot meal or a cold meal? Speaking of hot and
Yeah,
cold.
no, that is good. If given the choice between a hot meal and a cold meal, I guess I'd go with a hot meal.
You don't like my cold meals?
I didn't say I didn't like your cold meals. You just said, which do I
Yeah,
prefer?
yeah.
And then again, generally, if you're asking me by the time of day,
Yeah.
I generally go with a cold meal at lunch and a
Right.
hot meal at dinner.
Well, that
You
I
know,
get.
And if it's pizza, 50-50. I'll eat that pizza hot. I'll eat that pizza cold.
Okay.
Even like things like cookies and candy bars, I'll eat them just regular room temperature or so. But you put it in the refrigerator or the freezer, and it's even better.
I just thought of another one.
Okay, go for it.
A brand new car. Brand new, just out of the showroom, latest style, or an antique car.
Oh, that's good. I thought you were going to say a classic, used car or something. I might have gone that way, but
Well, you could do it
an
that way
antique
if you
car,
want.
yeah, if I knew how to maintain
A classic is an antique car,
it
isn't it?
could be, yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean,
so-
I think I drive a classic car.
Yes, you do.
It's a VW Beetle. And they don't make them anymore. So it is
But
kind
it's
of
not
a
an
classic.
antique.
No, it's not, but it's
It's
kind
a
of
classic.
a classic
Yeah.
because it's been around for a long time. But given today, I guess I'd go with the new car only because of the warranty. And if something doesn't work,
Right.
it's covered. Whereas if I was more mechanically inclined,
Mhm.
I might go for the antique because it would be fun to own something from way back. And
Mhm.
if something happened, you could just take care of it yourself. I mean, either way, it costs a lot to repair.
So you want it all
Okay. I want it all
You want
and I
both.
want it
now.
now.
But that wasn't the game. Okay. Your
Okay.
turn. Your turn.
Go on a vacation. Okay.
Mhm.
You go mountain or seashore.
I would say, since we lived by the seashore for many, many years, I'd go with the mountain.
And I've always said that too. and I think people that have grown up in cities
Mhm.
prefer like a mountain getaway where it's quiet, all you hear are the birds chirping and all, whereas people that have grown up in more remote areas probably are looking forward to the excitement of the
Right.
city and the beach and
That's probably very
and
true.
resorts.
Very true.
And also I too, I've always thought whenever we have gone to
Mhm.
a mountain area, just that proverbial, some people want the picket fence, the white picket
Yeah.
fence, right downtown, right
Mhm.
near the bars and restaurants and everything. Put me up in a log cabin up in a mountain
And you're
someplace
so happy.
with a stack of wood in the fireplace and I would even start reading books.
But you fall asleep when you're reading books.
I do sometimes, so I'd have to get up at sunrise and read the books because
You would
I can
still
do
fall
that.
asleep.
Yeah.
You would do puzzles on your phone.
Yeah, which is another one. So thinking back to your college days, did you study early in the morning or late at night?
Early in the morning.
Yeah, me too. I couldn't.
No, I couldn't
study
concentrate after dinner.
late at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Deep dish or thin crust?
Oh, you know the answer to that one without me telling you. And I'm not asking you because I know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
Thin crust for me, deep dish for you.
Yep. And
Opposites
I can't even say to her, okay, cheese or sausage, because again, I'm the sausage guy. She's the cheese.
But
person.
you'll take anything. When I
I-
ask what you want, just give me anything. Whatever anybody else is having, I'll have.
Except anchovies.
Yeah, or onions.
I like onions
You do like
on
onions,
a
but they
pizza,
don't
and
always
I'll do it from time to time, but I like them, but they don't necessarily like me.
Correct.
But I like any kind of a pizza, even those times when I need to, I have a good veggie pizza.
Yeah.
A good veggie pizza sometimes, or a all meat pizza, or the combination, which they call the supreme.
See, my feeling is if it's pizza with cheese. Why do you need the meat? I could see the vegetables, but meat. Sorry.
Temptations or Four Tops?
Oh, I like them both. I want it all.
That's a tough one.
Well, you would say the Temps, maybe because they're older. I would say
Basically, they're same
Well, so then
genre,
they're the same. Yeah. So how can you?
Well, some of their
decipher?
song genres were just a little bit different.
Well, what do you like?
I actually favor the Four Tops.
Oh, that kind of surprised me.
There were just some rhythms and there
Yeah,
were some
I love the
lyrics
Four
and
Tops.
all that they did. But again, if that would be a 51-49 choice,
Yeah.
it's not overwhelming.
Well, that's funny because I was going to ask you, classical concert or rock concert?
You mean
and that's-
classical music?
Yeah, or rock music for a concert, because I know you love both.
And I would probably say in my younger days, I would have opted for the rock concert.
Mhm.
Today, because you can't find them as much, I really do enjoy classical music, chamber music. Go into a smaller theater or so and listen to an hour and a half of Mozart or Bach. I really, because that to me is kind of entertaining, whereas I know put you to sleep.
No, I'd like to really be entertained. Like get up and go.
Okay, romance or comedy?
Well, that's like a Temps or a Four Tops.
It's close, but if you gotta pick one, would you rather
Comedy.
sit down to a good comedy or a
Comedy.
good romance movie?
Comedy.
Me too.
I know.
I wanna
Right.
wanna laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I can't ask you that because I know the answer.
See, and it's tough when we talk about food because there's
I wasn't going
a
to talk about
lot
food.
well, I mean, I was just gonna say
Plain or peanut.
peanut. Always. In fact, even
course.
if it's almond, that's
even better.
better. Chocolate covered almonds, primo. You like just your chocolate, whether it could be, okay, here's another one. Light chocolate, dark chocolate. You know, milk chocolate or dark
Yeah.
chocolate. One's usually
I like
sweeter, the
milk
other's bitter.
chocolate, but dark chocolate's better for you.
They say it's better for you.
Yeah. I do like milk chocolate.
But have you ever seen a notice of chocolate being recalled? Never. They recall meat, they recall dairy.
You sure
They
about that?
recall cereals, they recall all kinds of stuff. I have never seen a notice. If you bought those Hershey bars, you know,
Yeah,
So, yeah.
now that I think about it, you could be right.
pure enjoyment. Milk chocolate or dark chocolate.
Yeah, I do like my milk, but I'm trying for the dark. I am trying to like it. It's just got a little bitter
Yeah.
sensation, a little taste for me.
When if you travel in Europe, you go into a chocolatery, a chocolatier,
chocolatier.
and you buy chocolate based on the percentage
Yes,
of cocoa.
that was
that's in it.
very different when we were away.
And I think
Very
one of the
different.
reasons is if you have ever bitten into a piece of 90% cocoa chocolate and all, you almost
Whoa.
want to spit it out. It is
Oh.
so bitter. But people that like to cook with chocolate
Yeah,
usually will go for that higher percentage of
Right.
cocoa. And usually the best as far as your palate goes is probably around 50%.
did you notice a lot of our topics revolve around food?
Absolutely. What else is there?
I mean, no, this or that, and
If
it
we
had
did-
nothing to do with food. And all of a sudden, here we are talking about food again.
Hey, if we didn't talk about food, we probably wouldn't have gotten through 26 shows already. We probably would have wrapped it up with about
think?
10 shows and said, well, that's it. If we're not going to talk about food.
No, I
then
would not like to
we-
think that we are so food oriented that it's all about the food. I know for you.
Well, I think it's about food. Would you, okay, so go out for dinner, the two of us, or with another couple or a party?
But how can you say that? It depends on time of year.
I didn't,
The
that
time of
wasn't the
time of
choice.
the week,
I'm
the weekday, weeknight.
just on generally, I understand in the holidays, it's usually with a bunch of other people. But generally, if you said,
Generally, it's all about you.
well, it's all about you,
It's all about you.
even though we're opposite Saxes,
It is about you.
it's
It's all about
it's
you.
about us. And
I
if-
love going out with you.
and if
I do.
but listen, hey, if you would like to go out for dinner with us sometime, let us know.
Yeah, give us a buzz.
Yeah. We'll
Give us an email. Send us.
we'll meet you at a pizzeria and we'll decide whether we want cheese or sausage. What do you
Oh,
think?
maybe we don't want pizza.
That's true. But then it might be harder to make a decision. But one decision you can make is to be here again next week for another episode of Opposite Saxes. Does that sound good? Sounds good to me.
It's a deal.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.